happiest of holidays from Lince Dorado, DC Matthews, and the entire DDT Wrestling and NAI neighborhood. My name is DC Matthews at DC Matthews NAI. Oh, why can't you go flying? You know, it is, there you go. It is Christmas morning, and you're probably wondering to yourself, why is DC Matthews at DC Matthews NAI playing Skyrim on Christmas morning? Shouldn't there be family around? Shouldn't there be, shouldn't he be doing something, holiday-ish? And yes, that is true. There will be some holiday-ish things. We had an original Christmas morning plan, and it got changed at the last minute. Some family decided they had things to do. They needed to head home a little early, and so we were told, why don't you, instead of coming over at 8, why don't you come over around 12? And we were flummoxed. We were a little, you can buy lumber in the guard barracks, apparently. We were a little confused, and but we're enjoying a few quiet hours. So I hope you are having just a fantabulous... Where am I going? I'm trying to get into the Temple of Kinnereth, which is behind me. So that must be it. I don't know why. Anyways, yeah, hope you're having a joyous holiday, or you had a joyous holiday. I'm imagining that most of us will not be watching this.
So, have you gotten Nettlebane back from those filthy hag ravens yet?
She's not very nice.
Oh, now, I don't really want to touch that thing, though. Elder Gleams, you can use Nettlebane to retrieve some of its sap.
She's not very nice. I've done this quest a bunch of times. I don't think I've ever realized that she's not a very, kind-hearted priestess. In fact, she's a little, she's almost a little mean. But you should finish a thought, right? You should finish a thought. I hope you've had a great holiday. You probably won't listen to this on Christmas Day, which is just fine. You don't have to. That's the beauty of it. I am going to head home, and I'll do these things. Well, actually, I should head that way. All right, we'll go here. Oh man, so much to do. Yeah, hope you've had a great holiday. I celebrated. Oh.
I've been looking for you.
Ooh.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
I've got a message. Christmas mail.
Let's see here. It's from Falk Firebeard at the Blue Palace. You've got friends in high places. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Interesting. Well, let's see. Falk Firebeard from the Blue Palace. I was literally just there. What does he want? Over the last few days, we've had some disturbing information come to light. Need to return to solitude. Well, that'll certainly be something that happens at some point. Why can I buy lumber in the guard barracks? Let's just figure this out, because apparently you can buy lumber in a barracks, which doesn't make a lick of sense.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Alright, well let's see. Well, here I am. The barracks is only one thing, and I don't see where I can buy lumber. So, perhaps that was a bit of a fib. How was my holiday, you might be wondering. I had just a yabba-dabba-doo time. It's not over yet. Obviously, there will be Christmas Day celebrations, but got together with Papa and Mama Matthews and Mrs. Matthews and some other family. And you know, we celebrated. You might have noticed my new Twitter picture at DC Matthews NAI. My father, Papa Matthews, is a wood carver of not just a little skill. He's pretty darn good, if you ask me. And you know, I had been getting carvings from him for a while, but he had carved me this beautifully elaborate snake walking stick. You know, it's got a walking stick with the snake curved all the way around it. And because I'm not a smart man, I took it out during a blizzard to try to, you know, help walk through the thigh-deep snow, and the whole thing snapped in half. And I think that hurt his feelings a bit, because I stopped getting carvings for a couple of years after that, and actually had to ask and mention how, you know, I missed getting the carvings, and he was surprised. I don't think he expected that. And so I got that little dragon, carved dragon with a DDT wrestling flag, which was just a ridiculously awesome gift. So, you know, I think I'm going to call him Ultimo, as in the Ultimo Dragon, even though Ultimo means last, not ultimate. But regardless, I'm going to call him probably Ultimo, unless I can think of a better name. You know, I could call him Luchasaurus. He's technically not a dinosaur, but I could call him Luchasaurus just to irritate Doc Manson at Doc Manson. But he is awesome and amazing. And let's see, I got a new hat, which is exciting, because being of Irish descent, most of your traditional hats don't have a prayer of fitting my cranium. Uh-oh. I believe we're being visited by, these are either bandits. So, I got a new hat. I'm excited about that. It's kind of a Sami Zayn style hat, if you're curious. There we go. Death Valley Driver, finishing move of Lince Dorado. I got a couple wrestling books, one on the National Wrestling Alliance and its rise to power, one on Capital Wrestling, which would become the WWF, then WWE, and its rise to power. So I'm excited about that. It's a couple of, like, history books. Being a history fan, chokeslam, haven't seen that in a while. Being a history fan and a wrestling fan, it's a perfect match. I got another book I was excited about. So yeah, got some odds and ends of other things. So it was an exciting, worthwhile holiday. Today, you know, our family is all about the themed gifts. You know, contests and all of those sorts of things, which is grand and wonderful. But that's pretty much all of what today is themed contests and things of that nature. So not expecting any major surprises, but that's good, because between my gifts, the gifts I just mentioned, and the gifts I got from Mrs. Matthews, which includes the DC Comics Encyclopedia, which I'm only about maybe a third of the way through reading that, and some other assorted books I'm sure I'll be telling you about in future episodes of this or future podcasts that you can find on the DDT Wrestling channel. I've got lots of reading that's going to need to get done in the next few days and weeks. So, you know, and I got WWE 2K17. I didn't even mention that. So at some point, we're going to be watching DC Plays WWE 2K17. So, you know, those of you who are familiar with DC Plays WWE 2K16 know how that can sometimes work out, in the sense that, you know, I made about 40 or 50 videos where I didn't even have the microphone on, and I was angry to the point where I pretty much stopped playing WWE 2K16 at that point. I was so in a rage. Why is my shout not working? There we go. So yes, so I'm excited for that, although I'm so into this that I kind of don't want to stop. So I'm going to have to see. It might be a while before, you know, I tend to, I don't have the right arrows up. I tend to stick with one game, play that game pretty exclusively until, you know, I'm done with it, and then I'll pick up another game. So we'll have to see. If you're desperate to see me play WWE 2K17, let me know on Twitter at DCMatthewsNAI, and I'll do what I can for you. I'll, of course... I wasn't thinking. Didn't expect to see a Dragon Priest here. So now I've got a Dragon and a Dragon Priest to deal with. Which, the only reason that's going to be a problem is if I wind up running out of time in this video. I've heard that you can videotape for an hour. I don't know if that's true or not. I really should take out the Dragon first. Worry about the Dragon Priest later, because the Dragon's going to be more of a pain. Because then I can punch the Dragon Priest. Alright. Yeah. One more should do it. Take that. Alright. Where are you, Croesus? Ooh. Don't be shooting the dragon. I need that dragon, man. I need him. Alright. Where you at? Actually, let me... Since I'm here, might as well get the word power. Ooh, there's 3 of them. I don't remember that before. Voice, throw voice. Word of power learned, fool throw voice. Word of power learned, far throw voice. Well, isn't that nice? I don't remember ever having... There you are. Come here. I don't remember a time when you just learned all of a shout in one place. Alright, Croesus. I really don't got time for you. I've got 1 dragon soul. So I'm going to have to kill some dragons. Because the Thune is heard, but its source unknown. Well, that should be entertaining. There we go. Pop him up against the wall so he can't run away. That's a good idea. Just beat him into submission. Come here. Don't let him up. Don't let him up. There we go. Yes. Yes. I will take your staff of fireballs. Lockpicking, archery, and alchemy are 20% better. Well, let's try that out there, friends. Because whatever I was wearing before is pretty much the same. I'm going to pose here. Lince Dorado's got himself a real-life mask. I'm going to wear this. I'm going to keep it on. I got a Dragon Priest mask. Alright. It's not what Lince Dorado usually looks like, but we're going to go with it. So, Christmas gives a gift of a nice Dragon Priest mask. So, from all of us to all of you, have a happy holiday. I'm DC Matthews at DC Matthews NAI. We'll see you around the neighborhood.